like 6 months off. And I want to tell you why. I still want to come on here and hit hard to challenge the people who actually want to grow. I don't want to stand on the soapbox and tell you what to feel or to fix about yourself. That was never the point. The point is to open the door, to make space for the people who are already looking to change something about themselves and who just want or need company while they do it. So here's the truth: every habit, every belief system, there is always a good side of it and a bad side of it. That's exactly why you just have to look at your own situation and be honest and ask yourself, am I getting the short end of this or the better half? Like, is this particular system of belief that I live in helping me or is it hurting me? Is it causing this thing that I've been trying to change about myself for so long? Take ambiguity, for example. You might tell me that comfort with ambiguity has been central to your success. That if it wasn't for all the ambiguity in your life, you would not be where you are today. And if that's the case, like, I wouldn't dream of telling you that you need to change that. Good for you. If you found a way to get what you want and to be where you want to be in life, then stay there. Do that. Keep on. Who am I to say you're wrong? Here is why I talk about ambiguity. It's because I kept feeling in my life like there was something missing. I kept asking or realizing that I keep getting entangled with people who are not looking to go deeper. And I kept asking myself, like, why am I so often misunderstood when I try to build something real? Is it that I'm moving too fast? Is it that I'm looking for something that they just don't have? Am I looking in the wrong places? How could I find out sooner that a relationship is just not compatible before it costs me? So I looked at all of the relationships in my life and I asked myself, like, why does it work so easily with this person or with that person? And there's other people that I've gotten had my entire life to connect with, and I just don't. I just never connected with them. And the answer I came to, and this is not the whole answer, but it's where I am, where I'm at so far, is the importance of clarity in my life and how ambiguity is in fact the opposite of clarity. And what I'm actually after is clarity, but it gets misread as control. Let me be precise about that because the difference matters. Clarity does not seek to dominate. Clarity doesn't seek to manipulate. It allows me personally to be able to move faster. But let me give you an example of that. Like, when I know the intentions of a person, then I know exactly how to speak to them, what to say, when to say it, how it will be perceived, so that I can be understood with the utmost clarity the first time. One of my favorite shows right now is on Netflix. It's called The Diplomat. And in it, the main character is like trying to expose some strategy to these two colleagues. And they're like just asking questions. They're like, oh my God, maybe we could check with this person. Maybe we should go back and talk to that person. And she gets like frustrated and she says, like, this is exactly why I didn't want this job, because where I was before, I spent so much time like building a network so that when I talk, people listen and I'm understood the first time. We don't need this run around, check back, blah blah blah, because there has already been clarity that has been established between me and my network there. The first time I heard that, and every time I hear that, I watch that show a lot, but I always feel it because as a woman, the fact that I'm unmarried, the fact that I'm single, the fact that I'm a mother, the fact that my child is a boy and I'm a woman, like the male female dynamic. It's really obvious to me the difference between being heard the first time and having to over explain myself into being understood. And in the relationships where I'm always over explaining, I learned something recently that really opened my eyes. Like some people, it's not that they don't understand you, it's not that they need the explanation. They need you to keep explaining because the over explaining itself is a tactic, it's a distraction, it's a means of them deterring you from having the clarity that you're seeking. They do it by, they pull on a thread, you explain. Then they pull on another thread, you explain that too. And now you're like three tangents deep, an hour has gone by, you're depleted, and you still don't have an answer. You still don't have a clear compromise. You still don't have a commitment. That conversation was never meant to yield the results that you came in looking for. It wasn't going to arrive at a point. That was the tactic. People people use ambiguity in order to avoid making commitment. So when I realized that, I just stopped. I stopped explaining myself. Here's the other half of it that I realized, like, when I was determined to be over explained so that I can be understood, I also was waiting. I spent years holding still so no one would feel left behind. And doing that in the name of patience, calling that waiting patience. So it was meant to be a good thing, but it ended up being a stall tactic, a self sabotaging tactic. And now I just don't do it anymore. I realize that some people will get angry because I've taken my position. They'll think, oh, why are you moving like when you didn't explain to me the move? I am just playing my position. I don't owe anyone the time to decide whether or not they're going to play theirs. And it's not necessarily me leaving you behind. It's me refusing to abandon myself in order to wait for you. And it's crazy how many people have fallen to the wayside. But anyways, when I come on here and talk about something like that, like ambiguity, I'm reaching out specifically to the people who feel like there's a problem in their life. And I'm coming from a place as like, oh my God, I figured it out. And maybe that's the problem that you're having too. So until next time, you are the foundation. You are the chain breaker. You are the beginning of a new legacy. And so the choice is in your hands to decide what you want to change, what you want to keep, and what you want to throw away.